Hi, welcome back, science learners. Today we're going to tackle what does a scientist look like? And we'll know we are successful if we can set up our journal page for what does a scientist look like and update our table of contents. We're going to watch a lab safety video that you can click into here in a minute. And then I want you to draw and label a picture of yourself as a scientist. So you need to think for a minute, what does a scientist look like to you? And I've included another video that I found on YouTube about what people think scientists look like. And if you want to take a look at that before you begin this, just pause me, stop the video, go out, watch that, and come right back in. That's the cool part about being a digital learner, okay? So we're going to start up here with our setup, our journal page. Remember that journal you created for me the last couple days? What I need you to do first is flip to that page you numbered, number 1, right down there at the bottom. And then at the top, I need you to write me as a scientist. Me as a scientist there at the top. If you need to pause it so you can spell everything correctly, please pause. Because I want this journal to be the best reflection of how smart you are as it can be, okay? Write me as a scientist at the top. And then flip back for me to the table of contents. That's what we're going to do here is update our table of contents. And right here by date, I want you to write today's date, which I believe will be 8/25, okay? And then in the title, I want you to write me as a scientist again. See how neatly I wrote that on the line? Oh, it's beautiful. Look, I can lean in close. And then what page did we write me as a scientist on? That's right. We wrote it on page 1. So we have updated our table of contents. So if I ever wanted to know what page you created for the me as a scientist assignment, I could look at your table of contents and go, oh, okay, it's on page 1. And then I could flip and find page 1 and know that it's titled me as a scientist. Okay, good job. Now, I want you to think, if you wanted to wait a minute and watch the lab safety video after you're done with this, you sure can. We're going to go ahead and jump, or you want to X out of this video and then come back to me. You're welcome to do that as well. It's your decision how you do things as long as things get done. So I want you to draw and label a picture of yourself as a scientist. Now, this is what separates science from art. Art is all about the drawing. Science is draw and label. So when you do your picture on this page, drawing yourself as a scientist, Miss Hudson's not going to grade it for artistic effort, okay? Miss Hudson's going to be taking a look at what you think about scientists. What should scientists have? So I want you to draw your picture right here on this page. And I want you to leave yourself space to write some labels, some captions of what a scientist is going to wear. What is a scientist going to look like? What is a scientist going to be carrying with them? Do all scientists look the same? Do they all carry and wear the same things? You decide for yourself what you would look like as a scientist. And please put captions, labels around. So if you're a scientist who wears a lab coat, you would draw yourself in a lab coat, and then you draw a line from the lab coat and write the word lab coat. If you're a scientist who uses a microscope, you might draw a picture of a microscope in your hand and draw a line right beside it and write microscope. You decide. What does a scientist look like? Okay, so let's check our guidelines for success right here. We are successful if we did these things. So let's do our check. Did we set up the journal page for you as a scientist? Did we update our table of contents? Did we watch the lab safety video? We will, though. It's an assignment in your folder today. And did we draw and label a picture of yourself as a scientist? I sure hope so, because I'm looking forward to seeing them, okay? You have fun, do a good job, and I will see you on the flip side.